Hello, and welcome to Global CRM. In this short video, I will introduce you to the ProMock Global CRM site. I will show you how to navigate through basic features so that you are familiar with this site as you begin to work with the system. I will also define some of the terminology you will often hear in regards to Global CRM. Before we jump into the site, let me talk briefly about CRM. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. It is a system designed to provide many features and benefits for a business, such as it helps to improve relationships with customers, it helps collect, organize, and manage customer information, and it allows for better tracking and reporting on customer business. Though ProMock bought an out-of-box CRM service, we have customized it extensively to help optimize how our business uses CRM. So let's check out the system. When you log on to ProMock CRM, you will start at the ProMock Salesperson homepage. If on the first time you logged on, you do not see the Salesperson homepage, but instead see a white background with the ProMock logo in the middle, no need to worry. On the Welcome to Global CRM page in the ProMock Knowledge Center, there are steps on how to show you the first time how to open up the Salesperson homepage, as well as pinning it. Pinning it means that anytime you log into the system after that, the page will automatically run and open. We have designed the ProMock Salesperson homepage so that you can log on to Global CRM and have everything you need easily available and easy to use. The ProMock Salesperson homepage is made up of different functionalities and views. For example, over here in the left-hand corner, we have a super search, and over in the right-hand corner, we have an advanced search. I will talk about these briefly later in the call. In the center, we have various links. These will take you to the different views within the Salesperson homepage. It is made up of dashboard, today, tasks, opportunities, leads, contacts, companies, and reporting. When you initially log on, you will land on the dashboard page. This is this view here. If you have an error saying your dashboard is not loading, again, no need to worry. In the ProMock Knowledge Center's Welcome to Global CRM page, there are instructions on what to do if your dashboard does not load. This does not mean, though, you cannot use any of the other functionality in Global CRM. It is just the dashboard that has the error, but you can click on any of the other links. Now what I'll do is describe each one briefly, and we will look at each view briefly. I will explain some of the commonality on each of the views, and give you an overview on what that view is about. So again, first is the dashboard tab. These are interactive graphs to give you a view of your pipeline, as well as provide information over how businesses are working with your division and with ProMock as a whole. So for example, on most of these graphs, you're also able to simply double click on a view, and what it will do is it'll either open up a report, such as a pipeline report, or it might end up changing the whole view to match simply what you have picked. For example, when I clicked on one specific salesperson, my whole view was changed so I could see how they're doing versus the company as a whole. The dashboard is also made up of various views. So CRM Home will give you an overview to pipelines, whereas Analysis, for example, will give you an overview to how businesses are doing within your division. So you will be able to see what locations are buying the most, what parent company are buying the most, how your opportunities are split, things like that. Again, these are all interactive graphs, and you'd be able to simply click on a bar or a record and change what you're viewing. When you're ready to use other views in the CRM homepage, all you need to do is click the link at the top. So for example, by clicking today, I'm brought to an overview of important information I might need to know and alerts I might need to know about in the system. On various views, you will see these radio buttons over on the left-hand side. If you're an admin or perhaps even a sales leader, all of your radio buttons might end up being defaulted to your division. If you're a salesperson, though, you will be able to select your view to see how you are doing. When it's on a salesperson, you will have a pipeline available, and these buttons over here on the right-hand side will reflect just your information. But again, you can move back and forth between, for example, salesperson or division, or if you have direct reports, you could have that as well. So now when I've selected division, my right-hand buttons the values have changed. With the Today tab, you're able to see key pieces of information that you might find important, such as your past year opportunities, opportunities that are projected to close in the next 30 days, and new leads or leads that need to be followed up. You can interact with this page as well simply by clicking any of the values, and it will open up the records tied to those values. Tasks is simply an overview of any tasks that you might have assigned yourself in the system. You will just be provided a list. If you have no tasks assigned to yourself in the Global CRM system, there will be no results. Next, we have opportunities. So at ProMox, what we view an opportunity is an actual quoted document that we're giving to a company and contact. It has a value assigned to it, and it has a specific product assigned to it. By clicking the opportunities view, I'm given a list of all the opportunities, again, tied to the radio button filter over on my left-hand side. So for example here, I have the division of Brenton and open opportunities at Brenton. One thing you will also see on many of these views is a detail screen. So for example, I have a blue arrow, that's my highlighted row, and I can see some key information about that opportunity over on the left-hand side, such as the company, contact, email, product, or if there was a note. I can also simply scroll over on many of these screens because we might have a lot of information we'd like to show you, but not enough real estate space to show you. So you're able to simply move around and look at all this information. Next, we have leads. For us, leads are basically a conversation and an interest expressed in which we're providing information to a company and contact. A lead for us is not an individual contact, but rather really the communication. A lead must have a company and contact assigned to it, though. There is no dollar value assigned to a lead, and it might not have a specific product attached. Just as with the opportunities view, we have our radio buttons to change what we are looking at in the system, whose information we're looking at in the system. Again, we have those lead details over on the left-hand side, and we can move around with the same functionality as we did with other views. Other things you can do in these views is you can double-click on various rows to change how the information is sorted. So double-clicking, I'm able to put it in alphabetical order. Additionally, if I have results pulled back, I can also drill down by simply double-clicking on a record. This will open up what we call a form. So for example, we were on the leads. I double-clicked, and now as you can see, I have leads up here on top. This is known as a form. A form includes many things. Over on the left-hand side is a grid view. The grid view is basically all the information you see tied to that form, but in a view like a table. Forms often also include header information, tab views, and write buttons. The header information is up here on top and often provides a lot of the pertinent information for that record. Anything that is in a box, you will be able to edit later on, but anything that is not in a box meant after creation of the record, you can't edit it. Down at the bottom, we also have tabs, which oftentimes provide extra information related to the record you were looking at. And you can just simply click back and forth through the tabs. On the right-hand side, we also have something called the Write buttons. When they're illuminated, you are able to trigger additional functionality for the record simply by hitting a button. So if, for example, I wanted to add a new contact to this lead, I could hit Quick Contact, and that will open up what we call the Promox Quick Sales Contact Form. So again, I have another tab up here known as a form, and I'm able to enter information and search for a contact. Whenever I'm done using a form, I can simply hit this small X and it will close the form. Now we're moving into contacts. When you first land on the contacts page, it will actually be blank. So I will clear out my search results so that we have something to search for. So contacts for us are individuals that we are working with. Every contact is tied to an email address, and that is what we use to identify that they are not a duplicated person in the system. One thing to note is that the only contacts you will have visible to you are ones that your division has ownership of. Ownership is a term you will hear us use often. What ownership does is it recognizes that your division, your company, is working with a specific contact or company. We keep the contact information private if your division does not have ownership, as we want to respect that information in the system. On this view, and you also see this on the Companies tab, instead of the radio buttons, you will find a search functionality. You can enter various information. You can put one field in, multiple fields in. But when you have the information you'd like to search for, you can simply hit search and the results will come back. Similar to the other views we've looked at, you can highlight a row in the view. And often on many of these views, you will see left-hand buttons down at the side. By highlighting a row, I can do functionality for that row simply from the left-hand buttons. So if I knew that Beckett Irwin at Waffle House needed a new opportunity, by highlighting his row in the data table and clicking New Opportunity, I can open up the Promox Opportunity Wizard and create an opportunity straight from the salesperson homepage. Companies are specific locations that are in the system. Unlike with contacts, you will be able to access all companies in our database. Just as with contacts, you could enter in a certain filter and search and pull back results. Any results that match in which your company has ownership of, again, that feature that recognizes that your division is working with that specific record, that specific company location, those will be brought to the top of your search results. You will see a green arrow to signify that your division is working with that specific location, and you'll get a type such as prospect or customer. A location is a company, but when you have ownership of it, it can be identified a step further of customer and prospect. A customer is a location that has had sales with your division, and a prospect is a company location that though you've worked with them and interacted with them, they have yet to make any sales from your division. So a company may be a prospect for your division, but a customer for another. Just the same as with other functionalities in the system, other views, you're able to highlight a row, this time designated by a blue arrow, and you could click the buttons in the bottom left-hand corner to trigger certain functionalities. So if I needed to do an opportunity for Waffle House, I just clicked New Opportunity and was able to get into my Opportunity Wizard. Again, when I'm done with the form, if I don't need to save anything, I can simply click the X to get out. Also, just the same, you again can double click and you have a form opened. As I mentioned earlier, forms look very similar. We have a grid view, header information, tabs that provide various pieces of information, and the right-hand buttons. So as we had opened up creating new opportunities from both the contact view and the company view, now that we're on the company form, I also could do that with the right buttons. So for example, click New Opportunity, and I have a new opportunity form to fill out. So the system is really built in a way that we tie everything together and we provide multiple ways for you to work through your day and your business behavior. One view in the salesperson homepage that works a little bit different is the reporting tab. This will open up a complete other form, whereas when we navigated through, for example, tasks and opportunities, leads and contacts, we still stayed nested within the salesperson homepage. But when I click reporting, it will open it up on a new form. With reporting, you're able to mine out information that might be really pertinent for you or your business. We've created some base reports that you can select from the dropdown, and this will work a lot like Excel. You'll be able to create certain layouts simply by, for example, adding filters that you can change what data you're looking at. You can also do things such as choosing columns, so you can change which information you're seeing. You can remove columns. You can move things around. And if there's a layout that you know you'd need to run quite often, you're able to go and save it, and you can come and trigger it at any time. This was a brief overview of these views, but you can learn more about them in the ProMock Knowledge Center simply by looking for the header of the view you're looking for, find that name, and all the information that is pertinent for that will be under that chapter, that option in the ProMock Knowledge Center. Another thing to point out is that there's search functionalities in the salesperson homepage. The first would be the advanced search. So this will help you, it will open up a blank form and will help you identify and drill down to information you need right away. So for example, if I clicked search companies, I'm given that blank form again. So over here I see the grid view, I have my header, I have my tabs, and I have no illuminated buttons right now on the right hand side, but all of this is blank. I can see right here I have a purple filter that says filter in place. So if I have something I know specifically I'm looking for, I could type in the information, hit my filter, and any results that match it that I have access to, again through ownership, will come up here in a list, and I'd be able to click through and find the record that I needed. Now my right buttons became illuminated, so if I found a record I needed and perhaps I needed to create a new opportunity or add a new contact, I'd be able to work with the right buttons to do that. If I didn't like my results, I can simply hit filter again, and it'll bring me back to the blank form that I could fill out. So I could say, for example, this time I went records that are in Ohio, and it'll bring me back companies that are in Ohio. We also have the super search. What this will do is you can enter in a string of letters or numbers or characters and hit search. It will search the entire system. So this search will go a little bit slow as it's mining and grabbing all of that data. Anywhere that it finds, for example, the text string Tori, T-O-R-I, it will pull back a result associated with that. It searched through leads, opportunities, interactions, contacts, and companies, and found anything where the word T-O-R-I was at. So for example, we have Victorian epicure, that's an opportunity, but we might end up, if we scroll down, we would have, for example, some contacts that might be named Victoria, some things here, for example, he works at a laboratory. These are laboratories, so it found the TORI. I could then just drill this down further and say, I'm only interested in contacts that have TORI tied into it. And so my results will drill back down and only pull back those contacts because I eliminated the filter and hit apply filter. And again, I can highlight a row from here and I have a details, a little piece of details. This changes depending on what results you have, but then I also have some left buttons here again. So straight from the screen, if I wanted to create a new opportunity, I could hit new opportunity and my wizard comes up again. When I'm done with the search, I can just simply click on any of these views and it'll bring me back to a view I need to work with. So the system is really designed to help you navigate very easy through the system, help you identify things that are in your pipeline that might need to be followed up, and help you through things such as like the contacts and the companies and the search functionalities with these views to help you use this, for example, as like a Rolodex, find the information you need to contact new customers, follow up on businesses. It's a very easy, simple system to use. When you're finished, you can simply hit close to log out. So you probably already know about the PM Knowledge Center, especially if you had access to this video right here on the Welcome to Global CRM introduction video. But I want to highlight that the Knowledge Center has a lot of good information to help you get familiar with the system. So if you're unsure, for example, how to do something or why things work a certain way or which fields are mandatory and such, you'll be able to use the ProMock Knowledge Center. So for example, if you wanted to learn more about opportunities, you could click on opportunities. It will give you an overview of that landing page of the opportunities view, but you can also open the book up and drill down further. So you can learn about the opportunities form, the actual record with the opportunity. There's a video assigned to this as well, so you'll be able to watch videos to follow up and learn more. And you can just walk through this to learn. Anytime that a record might refer to something, perhaps you want to learn more about, you will just be able to click on the hyperlinks and that page will open up. Additionally, you can use this search functionality in the Knowledge Center, and it will pull back any page that has the word, for example, I search for opportunities, and it will show you any of those. I can hit X, and then I'm back to what view I had been on. So I highly encourage that after you've walked through your Welcome to Global CRM steps, definitely read and dig down into things you'd like to learn more about in the ProMock Knowledge Center. And that concludes the introduction to Global CRM. If at any point you have questions about the CRM system or you can't find what you need on the PM Knowledge Center, do not hesitate to reach out to the CRM help at ProMock. Thank you.